We'll get started. My name is Seth Rainey. I'm the Chief of Police for the City of Pekin. With me today is Charlie Hanley. He's our Tazewell County Coroner, Sheriff Lauer, Kevin Johnson, our State's Attorney, our Springfield FBI Field Division Criminal Branch, Charlottetown, Lieutenant Satterley with the Illinois State Police, and Master Sergeant Osborne with the State Police. Both of were in our zone during this investigation. This morning, detectives with the Pekin Police Department arrested 48-year-old Keith A. Brackett, formerly of Pekin, for the 2016 murder of Robert B. Brackett was arrested for first-degree murder and concealment of a homicidal death and was taken to the Tazewell County Jail. Soon after Robert was reported missing, our department requested assistance from the Tazewell County Sheriff's Department, the Illinois State Police Zone 4 Investigations Division, and agents from the Peoria FBI Field Office. Their assistance in investigation of this case has been vital to this conclusion. Additionally, the following agencies have played a crucial role during the investigation. The Tazewell County and Peoria County search and rescue teams have searched hundreds, if not thousands, of acres at our request. Illinois State Police Air Operations, Illinois State Police Crime Scene Technicians, FBI surveillance teams, the FBI Behavioral Analysis Unit in Quantico, and a special thank you to the scientists at the Illinois State Police Crime Lab and the FBI lab in Quantico. They have cumulatively spent hours, countless hours, assisting us in this investigation. We've made numerous requests, and they've always obliged all of those requests. Thank you to our state's attorney's office, as we have compiled a lot of information, search warrants, affidavits that go into cases like this, and they've been there every step of the way. And finally, to the men and women that wear this badge of the Pekin Police Department, and especially our investigations division, they showed great tenacity through the last decade to make sure that no stone was unturned and that every investigative technique that we had available to us at the time and since then was investigated. And that has ultimately led to today's conclusion. And I know that I speak on behalf of the department when I can say that this case in particular was the most manpower intensive case that we've ever had in the history of the department. And for their effort and tenacity, I thank them for that. And I'll turn it over to Tazewell County State's Attorney, Kevin Johnson.
Thank you, Chief. As the Chief indicated, Keith Brackett was arrested early this morning. Early this afternoon, my office has filed a 3-count information charging Mr. Brackett with 2 counts of first-degree murder and a count of concealment of a homicide. As the Chief noted, this was only possible due to the efforts of all those agencies that the Chief mentioned. I know he won't, but I'll say it for him, especially the Pekin Police Department. As he has already indicated, the number of man hours that they put into this, and our office is well aware of the time and effort that they've put in. And I certainly appreciate everything that they've done. And it concluded today with Mr. Brackett being charged. I anticipate his first appearance in court will be tomorrow, at which time he'll be notified of the charges and appointed an attorney if he so wishes. A date will be set for arraignment. I've also filed a petition for pretrial detention today along with that information, and that I would anticipate that being heard fairly soon. Probably not tomorrow, but fairly soon after. It's incumbent upon me, not only by the professional rules of conduct, to remind everyone that all defendants, including this defendant, is presumed innocent until either a plea of guilty is entered or until a trial by judge or jury and a conviction is entered. I'm well aware of the interest and the heightened emotions that this case has brought about. The death of a child, the murder of a child, is obviously going to be something that our community, our county, our citizens take great interest in. I'm well aware of it, and I understand it. But I'll ask our community to understand that we are limited in the information that we can provide to you at this time. It's important to our judicial system that these cases be tried within a court of law, not a court of public opinion or of social media or even traditional media, but in the court. And all relevant information will be brought out at that time. And after the proceedings, perhaps it might be appropriate to make comment on questions people might have had. But until that time, not a lot of information will be provided. There is an affidavit of probable cause that will be presented to the court. I have copies of that for you today, of the information, the affidavit, as well as a pretrial detention petition. And that's all I have at this time. If you have any questions, if I can't answer them, I will. But again, with the limitations that I've mentioned. Andy?
Could I please have the spelling, first name and last name of the man, and where he was living? You said he was formerly a Pekin. Where is he living now?
In the Tazewell County Jail.
Well, prior to him being picked up.
Andy, I'll tell you, I'll do it even a step better for you. In just a moment, I'm going to give you a copy of the petition and the information and the affidavit, and that will have the information in there for you.
Could you please say, without, I understand you don't want to do anything, but what led to his arrest? Was it a tip? Was it a crime scene evidence? Was it a call? Was it a confession? Can you kind of give us a bit? Because this is a case that consumed the area a decade back. I'd like to have a bit more than just you caught him, Kevin.
And I understand that, but as I've already explained to you, are there reasons that information can't be provided this time, so I don't have any comment on any of those things at this time.
But is there anything you can say about this, what the circumstance precipitated that he was arrested today? Why today after so long of an investigation?
Because we were ready.
At what point during the past decade did he become a suspect in this case?
Again, I'm not going to answer that question.
Was he a is he or was he a family friend? Did he know these bees?
Again, at this time, I don't have any response to that question.
Did he, when he lived in Pekin, did he live near the bees?
Tell you what, again, Andy, I'll make this a little bit easier. Some of that information is contained within the affidavit, okay, and you can get it out of the affidavit at that time. What's in the affidavit is the only information that we're going to release prior to trial.
Could I please have Seth, please?
Sure, as long as you want.
Seth, this was a huge case, and as you said, it was the largest that your department had ever worked. John was the chief at the time, and you were still there too. But the thing is that, as you remember, this consumed the area here. How much of a sense of relief is it for you and your officers, and maybe for this area, to say that at least we have some sense of what happened to the young boy? Because you could remember, it scared the pants off of folks.
Sure. Well, obviously, speaking in generalities, our job as law enforcement is to make sure that our community feels safe, and especially our children. And so anytime that we have a crime against a child, it's going to be something that is the highest of priorities for us. And so this case and every other case that comes before our department is vital in our stance. So it's one of those where, sure, we're happy that we have, an outcome today, but it's one of those things where, this is a process, and this is another step in the process, and it's going to move to the next phase of this. And so it's one of those where, our priority is to make sure that our citizens and especially our children that live in the Pekin community feel safe, and that they know that the police department in the city of Pekin is going to do everything possible to investigate any crime that's reported to us. And so in that space, basically general statement is, you know, we hope that, you know, a resolution like this is something that makes all of our citizens and our children understand that when we have a case like this, it's our highest priority.
Have you talked to the B family, and if so, what were those conversations like after the arrest, and some closure to this case for them?
Yeah, that's we're not going to comment on that. It's something that is a high priority for us, but conversations is had with family. We believe that's something that would need to come from them.
So you haven't had conversations with them yet?
I'm not going to comment on that.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Jeff, please. Jeff, his remains, his remains were found in the county outside of the Pekin limits, and you know, well, doesn't have cases like this. Many places don't. Could you talk to me about how this has affected you, a long lawman, but also how it's affected your department?
Well, like the chief said, this is something that we all take very seriously as law enforcement. You know, in Tazewell County, we've had several cases that were very difficult. This one has just been really drawn out and very difficult case for everyone. So it's something that everybody thinks about all the time, and we're always trying to move it forward. And I think they've done a phenomenal job in getting to this point. And
there was a YouTube series on this. I think it ran 7-8 years ago. I can't remember. But did that help bring in tips from outside the area?
that you'd have to, that's not something I can answer, because our participation was only to support.
Kevin, he is faced with a murder. Is that a 22, a 60-year term, or because of his age, is there a larger thing? Are you going to allege any type of wanton cruelty or anything like that?
No, the way it's charged right now, it's not extended because of his age.
It's not.
No, it didn't qualify for that.
And the concealment is still a 10-year sentence.
I believe so. Well,
And-
maximum, you mean?
Maximum.
Yeah.
Right. Do we know what time he is supposed to appear in court to Amar?
No, that will be up to the judge.
Does he have a case number yet?
Yes.
Please.
Yeah.
Could
And I'll
you
give that to you
give
here
it-
in just a minute. I will. I'll give you
I'm
the actual
trying,
file
man.
for you here in just a minute.
Is the FBI able to say any of their involvement with solving this? Helping solve?
Yes, from the FBI perspective, just like it was mentioned before, it was a total team effort, and we're fortunate enough to have local and strong partnerships here. And just like we were able to provide support at the regional level, the central and southern part of Illinois from Springfield, at the national level from the headquarters perspective, we also provided that support. So overall, it was a team effort, but at the national level, we just provided support with the assets that we have.
Sir, could I get you to say and spell your name and give me your title, please, so you're correctly identified?
Yes. So first name's Jean, Jean. Last name Charlotten. And I am the Assistant Special Agent in charge for the Criminal Branch in Springfield Division, FBI.
Okay. I think that answered the questions that we're going to answer for today. And, you know, everyone up here has spoke about the same thing, but something that we've always prided ourselves in this department is that we work really well with all the agencies, whether it's other local agencies, our county, state police, or all of our federal partners, including the ATF, FBI, marshals. We have great working relationships with them, and we've worked with everybody that's up here has been involved basically since the beginning, and we've worked those relationships to the fullest to make sure that we were providing the best services that we could to the citizens of Pekin. And on behalf of the Pekin Police Department, we just want to express our thanks for everyone that was involved in the case, and we appreciate all of you showing up today. Thank you for your time.